Good evening, students. This is the second session of this chapter, direct and inverse variation. In the previous session, we have solved direct variation questions. In this session, we will solve worksheet 2, that is your inverse variation. Clear? So the concept is that there are two quantities. Suppose there are two quantities. One quantity is your x and the another quantity is your y. So what was direct variation? Direct variation was if x increases, y will also increase, and if x decreases, y will also decrease. That is your direct variation. That means in direct variation, x by y, this is equals to constant. This was the case for direct variation. Clear? And in case of inverse variation, there is a little difference. So in case of inverse variation, suppose here also in case of inverse variation, there are two quantities. One is your x and the another one is your y. But the thing is that if the quantity x increases, then the quantity y will decrease. Clear? And if the quantity x decreases, the quantity y will increase. That means it is just the opposite of each other. Clear? If x increases, y will decrease, and if x decreases, y will increase. So that x and y, that is xy, is constant. So that xy is constant. This is the case for inverse variation. Clear? Let me clear to you by giving an example. Suppose there are two quantities, x and y. Now suppose x quantity is your speed and y quantity is your time. Now what happens is that suppose you are driving a car with a speed of 40 km per hour. Suppose you are driving a car with a speed of 40 km per hour, and the time required by you to reach a destination is suppose 2 hours. When you are driving a speed of 40 km per hour, the time taken by you is 2 hours. Clear? But if you increases your speed, that is you have increased the speed of 45 km per hour. So what happens is that the time required by you will be less than 2 hours, because you increase the speed. From 40 km per hour to 45 km per hour. That means speed increases, so that the time will decrease, because if 40 km per hour, if you travel 40 km per hour, the time taken by you is 2 hours. Then if you increase your speed to 45 km per hour, then the time now will require less than 2 hours, because speed increases. That means the time required by you will be less than 2 hours. That means speed increases, time decreases. So that is your inverse variation. Conversely, now if you decrease the speed, suppose you have decreased the speed to 35 km per hour, then what happens is that the time required by you will be greater than 2 hours. Because initially, if you are going with a speed of 40 km per hour, the time required by you is 2 hours. Now if you decreases your speed, then the time taken will be more than 2 hours. Then the time taken will be more than 2 hours. That means speed decreases, time will increase. That is the case of inverse variation. Clear? So the xy will be a constant. That means x decreases, y increases, x increases, y decreases. So with the help of this data, or with the help of this formula, we will solve now questions from indirect variation or inverse variation. Indirect variation and inverse variation both same. It can be said as inverse variation or it is indirect variation. Clear? So the question number 1 from worksheet 1. Fill in the blanks with a missing term. So let me first draw the table first. There is two quantity. One is A and the another one is your B. So it is given 7, 8, 4, 20. Now we will solve this question just like we have solved indirect variation. Clear? The same approach, but the thing will be, it is inverse variation. Only the concept will be different, but the process and approach will be same. Clear? So let this is your A, this is your B. That means suppose it is x and suppose this is y. So in case of inverse variation, xy equal to constant. This is the formula. That means A into B will be your x into y. If it is x, if it is y, then A into B, that is AB will be your xy. So A into B, that is your 7 into 8, this is 56. That means AB equals to is 56. Clear? Now this AB will be same in these three cases. If AB is constant, that means AB will be same in these three cases. Only then we can say that it is A and B varies inversely, because the question says that A and B vary inversely. Question says that A and B vary inversely. Therefore, we know that the question in the two quantities A and B are very inversely. So we will apply the formula of inverse variation. That means A into B will be 56. As AB 56, that means these two cases will be 56. Next, suppose this case, suppose this is x. Let us just assume this is x. This is x. So AB will be 4 into x. Listen carefully. This is AB. AB is here 56. So suppose this is x. That means x into 4. That is xy. X into 4. So 4x. Now reduce the value of. Put the value of AB. It is 56. 4 into x. So x is here 56 by 4. So x is here 14. So it is 14. So just erase this and write 14. And now multiply 4 into 14. This is also 56. 7 into 8. This is also 56. So the AB will be constant. The formula says xy is constant. That means AB will be constant. Clear? Next. This is let's suppose this is y. Let us take suppose this is y. That means AB will be 28 into y. That means we will write AB equals to 28 into y. Just the same approach. It is 28 and suppose this is y. So AB will be 28 into y. That is 28 into y. So put the value of AB. AB equal to 56. So 28 into y. So y will be 56 by 28. That means this is 2. So y will be equals to 2. So just erase this and write 2. Now multiply. So it is also 56. That means AB is constant in these three cases. So we can say that AB varies inversely, and the question says also that AB varies inversely. So both the condition matched. Therefore the value will be, one value will be your 14 and the another value will be your 2. This is the answer. So in this way we will solve these questions. Clear? Two more tables given in your book. Just try to solve those tables in the same approach. Next, question number 3. Question number 3. Question number 3 says, running at an average speed of 40 km per hour, a bus completes a journey in 1 by 2 hours. How much time will the return journey take if the speed is increased to 45 km per hour? Now, in case of word problems, we will check whether the question given it is inverse variation or it is direct variation. If it is inverse variation, we will approach the formula of inverse variation, and if it is direct variation, we will approach the formula of direct variation. So there are two quantities in the question 3. One is your average speed and one is your time. Clear? One is your average speed and one is your time. So at first the average speed is 40 km per hour. The bus completes the journey in 1 by 2 hours. That means 4.5 hours. Clear? Now the return journey means the distance will be same. In case of return journey, the distance will be same. So if the speed is increased to 45 km per hour, look at very carefully, the speed increased. So if the speed increases, the time will decrease. Clear? Now in case of return journey, the time taken by the bus will be less than 1 by 2 hours, because the speed increases. Clear? So therefore speed increases, time decreases. So therefore it is inverse variation. So we will apply the formula of inverse variation. Clear? So there are two quantities. So first make a box. Make a box. There are two quantities. One quantity is your average speed and one quantity is your time. So one quantity is your average speed. It is given in kilometer per hour. It is given in kilometer per hour, and the another quantity is given as time. It is given in hour. So first average speed is 40 km per hour. Time is 1 by 2 hours. Clear? And average speed increased to 45 km per hour. Suppose the time taken is required by x hours. Clear? Suppose the time taken required by x hours. So just write, let x hours, let the bus complete the return journey in x hours. Therefore, it is inverse variation. That means xy will be constant. The formula was xy is your constant. If the quantity is x and quantity is y, two quantities are x and y. So, in case of inverse variation, the quantity xy is your constant. Xy is your constant. So, this is x, this is y. So, x into y means 40 into 4, 1 by 2 xy, and this is x, this is y. So, 45 into x. So, this is xy and this is xy. So, we will just multiply because xy are constant. So, there the xy, and because formula says inverse variation xy is your constant. So, this is your xy and this is your xy. It is also constant. It is also constant. So, both are same. So, just try to solve this. 40 into 9 by 2 into 45 into x. Just reduce. 20 into 9, that means 180 equal to 45 into x. So, x is 180 divided by 45. So, 5 9s are 45, 36, 9 4s are 36. So, x equals to 4. That means in case of return journey, the bus will take 4 hours. The bus will take 4 hours. 45, 5 9s, 536. Okay, therefore the bus will complete the journey in 4 hours. So the condition match, because if the speed is 40 km per hour, the time taken required by 4 1 by 2 hours. Now the speed increases, so time will decrease according to inverse variation. So 40 km per hour, time is required by 4 1 by 2 hours. For that means 4.5 hours. So now speed increases to 45 km per hour. So naturally the time will decrease. So time is now 4 hours. Initially it was 4 1 by 2 hours. Now it is 4 hours. That means the time is decreased. So this will be your answer. So you will write 4 hours. The bus will take 4 hours if the speed is increased to 45 km per hour. So bus will take 4 hours if the speed is increased to 45 km per hour. So 4 hours will be your answer. Clear? Next. Next question, question number 5. Question number 5. It says, if 15 men can repair a road in 24 days, then how long will it take 9 men to repair the same road? So there are two quantities. One is your number of men and one is your number of days. So 15 men can repair the road in 24 days. Now 9 men means that look at carefully, the number of men decreases. So to repair the road, the 9 men will require more number of days because man decreases. Initially 15 men repairs the road in 24 days. So now if the number of men decreases, that means the remaining men will do work in more days. The remaining number of men will require more number of days because you have decreased the number of men. That means number of men decreases, so they will require more days. So it is a case of inverse variation. There are two quantities, one is number of men and number of days. So number of men decreases. If number of men decreases, the number of day will also automatically increase. So this is a case of inverse variation. So make a table. The two quantity will be number of men and number of days. So question number 5. One quantity is your number of men and one quantity is your number of days. So number of men, number of days. So 15 men can repair a road in 24 days. 15 men repair work 24 days. How long will it take 9 men to repair the same road? Suppose 9 men will repair the road in X days. So let 9 men will repair the road in X days. So inverse variation, it is xy equals to constant. So this is your x, this is your y. So xy means x into y. This is your x, this is your y. So xy means x into y. Therefore x will be answer is your 40. Answer 40 days. Therefore, if 9 men works, the work will be repaired in 40 days because number of men decreases. So automatically the day will increase. So initially it was 24 days. Now it is 40 days. So you will write, therefore 9 men will take 40 days to repair the same road. 9 men will take 40 days to repair the same road. Clear? So 40 days is your answer. Next question. Next question number 7. 7 question is very important. Question number 7 is very important. So listen carefully. A contractor with a workforce of 420 men can complete a work of construction of a building in 9 months. Due to request by the owners, he was asked to complete the job in 7 months. How many extra men he must employ to complete the job? So there is a word extra. There is a word extra. Clear? So you will understand the meaning of extra in the answer section. So just just recall the word extra. Clear? So at first a contractor is there and he has 420 men. Clear? And he wants to complete the construction of the building in 9 months. Using 420 men, he wants to complete the construction of the building in 9 months. Now the owners request him to complete the job in 7 months. Instead of 9 months, he wants to complete the job in 7 months. That means he wants to reduce the time. So if he wants to reduce the time, he will have to employ more number of men. Clear? If he wants to reduce the time, he will have to employ more number of men. Only then he can reduce the time and the job will be finished in the required time. So initially it was decided that 420 men will complete the building in 9 months. But somehow after the work started, the owner requested him to complete the job in 7 months instead of 9 months. That means he will have to employ more number of men. Clear? So there are two quantities. One is your number of men, one is your number of days or number of months. Clear? That means if number of months decreases, number of men will increase. If the job is to be completed less than 9 months, the number of men will have to be increased. Only then it is possible. Therefore it is a inverse variation. Clear? So there are two quantities. Just let make a table first. There are two quantities. One is your number of men and number of month. So there are two quantities. One is your number of men and second one is your number of months. So initially number of men was your 420. Clear? And number of months is your 9 months. Next, the owner wants to complete the job in 7 months. So how many extra men he must employ? So suppose we will require X number of men. Clear? We will require X number of men, not extra. We will require just X number of men to complete the construction of the building in 7 months. We will require X number of men. So just try to write, let he must employ X number of men in 7 months. he must employ X number of men to complete the job. To complete the job. Therefore, xy constant in case of inverse variation. So this is your x, this is your y. So 420 into 9, and this is your x, this is your y. So x into 7. Therefore, x is 420 into 9 by 7. That means x is your 540. Clear? So number of men required is your 540. Number of men required is your 540. Now listen the question carefully. How many extra men he must employ? How many extra men? The question says how many extra men. So initially the number of men was 420. Clear? And to complete the construction of the building in 7 months, now he will employ 540 men instead of 420. So what is the extra men? Extra men will be your 540 minus 420. Clear? Initially the number of men was 420 to complete the job in 9 months as the proposal of to construct the building, but later the owner requested to complete the job in 7 months. That means he will employ 540 men to complete the job in 7 months. Now the question asked how many extra men. The question did not ask what are the number of men. Just find out number of men to complete the remaining job in 7 months. Then that case the answer will be your 540. If the word extra is omitted, then the answer will be your 540. Then it is okay. But here the word extra has an importance. Word extra means initially was your 420 and now it is 540. That means how many extra men? 540 minus 420 will be your answer. Clear? Therefore we will write extra men required 540 minus 420. So your answer will be 0, 2 and 1. 120. 120 will be your answer. 0, 2, 1. 120 will be your answer. Clear? So question number 7 complete. Next. Next question number 9. Question number 9. Question number 9 says a shopkeeper has enough money to buy 40 books, each costing rupees 125. How many books he can buy if he gets a discount of rupees 25 on each book? This is rupees sign. Okay, this is rupees sign. So read the question again. A shopkeeper has enough money to buy 40 books. Shopkeeper has enough money to buy 40 books, each costing rupees 125. That means each book has a price of rupees 125 and he wants to buy 40 books. Clear? How many books he can buy if he gets a discount of rupees 25 on each book? He got a discount of rupees 25 on each book. So how many books he can buy? Now listen carefully. The owner wants to buy 40 books costing rupees 125. Now if he got discount rupees 25, he can buy more number of books. Clear? If he got a discount of rupees 25 on each book, then he will buy more number of books. That means the case is your inverse variation. The two quantity, one is your number of books and one is the cost of book. One is the number of book and one is the cost of book. Clear? So cost of each book was rupees 125. So we will write here cost of each book equal to rupees 125. Now discounted price is rupees 25 on each book. So we will write discount given on each book equal to rupees 25. That means 125 was the price of each book and discount given rupees 25. Then after discount the price will be 125 minus 25. Clear? So the price you will buy on each book is 125 minus 25 because this is the price, this is the cost of each book and you are eligible for a discount of rupees 25 on each book. That means at what price you will buy the book? You will buy the book at rupees 100. That means 125 minus 25. That means the shopkeeper will buy. That means the shopkeeper will buy each book at rupees 100. Clear? Cost of each book was rupees 125 and discount given on each book rupees 25. That means the shopkeeper will buy each book at rupees 100. At rupees 100 he will buy each book. Now make a table. Just take a screenshot because I will now erase the upper portion. Clear? Just take a screenshot. I will just erase the upper portion. So just make a table. The two quantities here. One is your cost of each book and number of books. So initially number of books and cost of each book, and it is given in rupees. Cost of each book is given in rupees. Clear? So number of books initially was 40 and the price was 125. Cost of 40 books, each costing rupees 125. Clear? And he got a discount of rupees 25 on each book. He got a discount of rupees 125. He got a discount of rupees 25 on each book. That means the cost of each book now becomes rupees 100. So how many books he can buy? Clear or not? Number of books initially was 40 and cost of each book was your rupees 125. But he got a discount of rupees 25 on each book. That means the price he will buy at rupees 100 for each book. So how many books he can buy? So he can buy X number of books at rupees 100. Clear? So obviously he will buy more number of books. He will buy more number of books because the price of each book is reduced. So he will buy more number of books. So just let us assume that he can buy X number of books. So the quantity xy is constant. In case of inverse variation, this is your x, this is your y. So 40 into 125, and this is your x, this is your y. So x into 100. That means x will be 40 into 125 divided by 100. So reduce the zeros. 2 5s are 10, 2 2s are 4, 5 25. That means your x will be your 50. So he will buy 50 books. Clear? So just write, he can buy 50 books. This is your answer. He will buy 50 books. Clear? This is the answer. So initially he is able to buy 40 books if the price of each book was rupees 125. Now he got a discount of rupees 25. So if he got a discount of rupees 25 on each book, so obviously he will buy more number of books. Clear? So the book number of books will be bought is equal to 50. Last question, question number 12. This question is also very important, like question number 7. So question number 12. Question number 12 says a garrison of 120 men has provision for 30 days. Garrison means a place where men actually live. Clear? Especially armed forces. So garrison of 120 men has provision for 30 days. At the end of 5 days, 5 more men joined them. How many days can they sustain on the remaining provision? So read the question again. A garrison of 120 men has provision for 30 days. Suppose there are 120 men and they has a provision for 30 days. That means provision means food. Provision means food. That means there are 120 men and they have food for 30 days. But at the end of 5 days, 5 more men joined. At the end of 5 days, 5 more men joined. So number of men now increases. So if the number of men increases, the food will last for less number of days, because the food was for 120 men. The food was initially for 120 men, and the food will last for 30 days if the number of men is 120. Now at the end of 5 days, more number of men came. That means 5 more men came. So the number of men now becomes 120 plus 5 equals to 125. Number of men now becomes 125. So number of men increases. That means the food will not available for 30 days. The food will last less than 30 days. That means it is a case of inverse variation. Number of men increases and food decreases, or number of days decreases. So this is a case of inverse variation. So at first there are 120 men, and at the end of 5 days 5 more men joined. That means we will write initially number of men equals to 120. Now number of men equals to 120 plus 5 more men joined. So number of men now becomes 125. Initially the food for 30 days. So 120 number of men. Initially the number of days was 30. So initially number of days equal to 30. Now look at very carefully. Look at very carefully. When there are 120 men, the food lasts for 30 days. But at the end of 5 days, means at the end of 5 days, that means when there is 120 men, when there were 120 men, they ate food for 5 days. Just read this statement very carefully. The question says at the end of 5 days. At the end of 5 days means when there are 120 men, they ate food for 5 days. After 5 days, more 5 number of men came. So initially when there were 120 men, they ate food for 5 days. That means the remaining days will be your 30 minus 5 equal to 25. Initially when there were 120 men, they had a food for 30 days. But 5 more men came at the end of 5 days. That means after 5 days, five men came in the garrison. So at the end of 5 days means those 5 days food were eaten by 120 men. So number of men now, number of days is your now 30 minus 5. So remaining days will be your 25. Clear? So therefore remaining days equals to 30 minus 5 equal to 25, because those 120 men will eat food for 5 days, and then after 5 days 5 number of men more came. That means the remaining number of days will be 25. Clear? Now make a box. So there are two quantities. One is your number of men and number of days. So number of men and number of days. So initially when there are 120 men, they consume food for 30 days, but after 5 days 5 more men came. That means the 120 men will eat food for 5 days. So remaining days will be your 25. So after 5 days the situation will be like this. There were 120 men, then the food will last for 25 days. After 5 days, the condition I am saying is that after 5 days, don't confuse. The initially 120 men has a provision for 30 days, it is true, but after 5 days or at the end of 5 days, what will happen? The 120 men will be there and the food will last for 25 days, because already 5 days passed. 120 men already ate food for 5 days, so the remaining number of days will be your 25. So the situation is after 5 days, there are 120 men and number of remaining days was your 25. Now at this situation 5 more men came. That means the number of men will be your 125. And let these 125 men will eat food for X days. These 125 men will eat food for X days, and we have to find out the number of days these 125 men will eat those food. Clear? Because if the number of men increase from 120 to 125, the number of days will decrease. Clear? So just we will write. I'm deleting the upper portion. Clear? Just take a screenshot or write down in your copy. I'm going to delete the upper portion. So I'll just assume what is X. Let X number of men will, or so X let X days, let 125 men will eat will let 125 men will have provision for X days. Let 125 men will have provision for X days. So that means it is a case of inverse variation. So we will now put xy equals to constant. So x is your 120, y is your 25. So xy means 120 and 25, and this is also x, this is also y. So 125 into x. Now find out the value of x. So x will be your 120 into 25 by 125. So 25 25s are 125, 25 5s are 125, and 5 24s are 120. So x is your 24. That means 125 men will have provision for 25 days. So question says how many days can they sustain on the remaining provision. So they can sustain on 24 days on the remaining provision. So we will write, therefore they can sustain for 24 days on the remaining provision. So this is the answer. Clear? They can sustain for 24 days on the remaining provisions. Clear? So the question is complete. So the chapter worksheet 2 is complete, and this is the end of the chapter. Clear? Thank you.